All right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? Who we got here today? 27, starting off with 27. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. What's good? Mason, Felix, Nico, Willow, Amin 2020, Torty, Pop, Eberneth, Convicted Capitalist, Sean, Akinola, J, Alex C. What is Gucci Gang? We got kind of a weird day today, man. We got a weird day. At least in my opinion. I slept in today. I'm glad I did. I really don't care for today's price action. I was gonna end up longing S&P during lunch, and then I changed my mind. And now it was up like big time. So I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Forgot we had meeting minutes. I don't even know what we have, bro. We do. That we do. FOMC meeting minutes in about 50 minutes from now. So just under an hour. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what to expect. And I'm pretty sure they all made higher highs here. Yeah. They all went up, cleared basically the morning session high, and then gave that back immediately. Right? I mean, we pretty much went lower almost as fast as we went higher here. So it's just kind of a day that, you know, yanks your chain. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take partials, if you don't take profits, it is coming back for your entry. You know what I mean? Or coming back for your stop loss. Today was such a back and forth day. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. They're not bad to trade. It's just, you know, you don't really grow your account exponentially, and at least I don't in days like this. Just kind of base hit, you know, base hit kind of day. Unless you're taking multiple trades, you know, 3, 4, 5 trades, I guess, but I'm not really that way a lot either. What's good, Toby? Just happened to me on oil. Well, you're on your own there. I don't really keep up with oil, to be honest with you. So for futures data, you can pay for it. It's like $7 or $10 a month through TradingView. Main took 2 break evens, then a stop loss. Ooh. Lows were so clean, but we got really close to them on ES and traded away. Lows. Are you talking about right here? Are you talking about like those lows right there? Why is that different? I'm not tripping. Am I, chat? 49.78 and a quarter. But when you go to the 1 minute, it's not the same. I'm not tripping, am I? That's weird. And yeah, Torty, real-time market data. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do with that. I don't even know what to tell you. in that regard. I have nothing for you there. Honestly, I really don't even know what to say that. But what I will say is the lows down here are interesting. So one of you posted a potential sell model in here. And I am going to point out a few things that maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. All right. Let me try and put this. What's good, Flacco? Let me try and put this in the way that I think is the best. Whenever you learn a concept, whether it be like an entry technique or let's say, meaning like you're entering on a down candle or an up candle or an imbalance or mitigation or whatever, and you learn, let's say, frameworks as well, meaning it could be Wyckoff, it could be the market maker sell models or buy models, stuff like that. A lot of what we tend to do, what's good, Sergio? What we tend to do is we learn something and then we try and go apply it right away. Am I wrong, chat? There's 50 of you on here. Chat's open for members. You can let me know if I'm wrong. Where we learn something and then we, like the next day or same day, we try and go and be like, okay, well, I got introduced to this concept of inversions. Oh yeah, the inverted imbalance. Okay, I'm gonna start looking for that now, and you know, see if that works, and kind of go from there. And then what you start realizing is, okay, well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it might be kind of frustrating because you're like, okay, well, I can see that it works sometimes. It seems to work when John talks about it, but when I try to do it, it's like 50-50, right? And it was the same way for me too, okay? It's not just you learn something and then you know it. That's not the case at all. The exciting part is learning something new. The struggle comes right after that. And I think the reason some people keep chasing further education, give me a new concept, give me another model, give me another whatever, because I think what you're doing is you're chasing that hype, you're chasing that excitement of learning something new, and you avoid going through the struggles and the studying of learning how to apply what it is that you learned. Does that make sense? So instead of continuously moving on to learn other things or try and put certain things together, which isn't bad per se, but you have to know a concept or a framework will not work if you try to take it and put it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it works. The market is not like a cookie cutter type of thing. So instead, number one, you got to follow the rules, at least the rules that I teach you, okay? And then number two, you got to keep a journal of this stuff and go, okay, well, we had, let's say, right, this is hypothetical because I didn't believe that this was a market maker sell model, and I'll tell you why. So one of you marked basically this as like the original consolidation, or maybe you marked it up here. I don't even think it really matters, to be honest. The lows matter though, but we'll come to that in a second as well. So basically consolidation down here. And then if we mark it up, just like we did yesterday, right? Mark up the different stages. Consolidation, accumulation, right? And of course, the reaccumulation. This is just, again, this is just general. I mean, we could go down to 1 minute and stuff, but I'm just going to keep it very general here. I mean, we would be here all day. I don't mind doing that, but I know most of you would not pay attention for that long. It just wouldn't happen. So it's like, okay, we look at this and we go, all right, this is starting to look like a sell model, MMXM, right? Or MMSM, market maker sell model, right? Consolidation with the equal lows, accumulation, reaccumulation, manipulation. Okay, low risk short. Okay, what happens? What's happening here? And this is where, again, the details come into play. So number one, did the reaccumulation, did we trade through that? Yeah, of course we did, right? But we end up coming back into the reaccumulation that that should turn distribution if it is a sell model. Okay, but it spends a lot of time up here, doesn't it? It pretty much gave you the manipulation. It gave you like that up candle, gave you this, right? That offered a couple of new lows, which is fine. But there's also a problem with this as well. This accumulation, right? If you move that over, that accumulation doesn't get traded through. So it does not become, oh shit, you fucking big ass spikes in nowhere. That accumulation doesn't trade lower to become redistribution for the lows. Does that make sense? Which is why I taught you that yesterday. The rules are the rules. All right. So although it starts to look like a sell model, it ends up not being one. And of course, there's some price action in here that's worth looking at as well. So what else can we utilize? Jesus, right? Yo, what the fuck is today, man? What is today, chat? What is today's price action, bro? That's funny. I love it, though. I mean, this is insane. 700, 800 points in fucking 2 minutes, bro. What is this? What is this? That is so cool. 1,000 points, almost. No, actually, that's more than that. From the low, basically. 1,100 points in a couple of minutes. 2 minutes, chat. I mean, like, is the we don't even have meeting minutes yet, bro. There must be some politics or some shit going on. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with what I was trying to tell you. So this is like historical price. This is like historical volatility for probably a lot of you. And this is so cool to watch. Anyway, the lows down here, you have to realize, are a little bit different than what you probably initially thought. Okay. So if we swap over to a line chart, okay, you notice anything here? I think ES is like fucking flying too. Look at that shit. I knew I should have went long, chat. I was like, you should just hold one just in case. Like you should long just one and just hold. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. But anyway, the reason I like going line chart is That way we eliminate the, what is it called? I guess like the need to look at the candlesticks and the concepts and stuff. Look at the bodies. Look at the bodies there and look at the bodies here. Do you see anything? Yesterday was the largest intraday swing on ES in history, according to Twitter. I'd have to double check that. That's really cool if it was. That kind of makes sense. We went from being up 4% to being down 3% on Nasdaq or some shit. Wild times. Wild. It's really cool though. And yes, I have, Cameron. I've seen like limit downs and limit ups and shit. Crazy. I mean, me personally, I don't mind trading stocks in this environment because as stocks that are not on leverage, you know, you're not going to get like raped in one overnight move. Whereas in futures, number one, the leverage is a lot, like there's a lot of leverage in futures. Number two, overnight gaps, weekend gaps can, you won't just blow your account, but your account can actually go negative. So let's just say you opened up a $10,000 account and then you went long on a couple micros of Nasdaq, the weekend gaps, 1,000 points. Now you're down to anywhere from 2 to like 4 grand right when Sunday's open. You know what I mean? And if it keeps going or whatever, you're fucked. Or even worse, if you had like 5 or 6 contracts and you tried to like scale in and then you're 5 or 6 contracts deep on micros, you think, oh, well, micros, it's not bad. And then bam, 1,000 point gap, your account's going to be negative 3 or 4 or 5 grand or some shit. And then guess what? Your broker's going to be calling you. It's either the broker or the clearinghouse or whoever the fuck. It's never happened to me, so I wouldn't know. But I do know that your futures account can go negative. So not only did you blow your account, but then you even owe your broker more money. That's why in this environment, as a trader, as a teacher, as your mentor, I would rather have you be safe than sorry. And that's why I tell you, if it's for you guys, I would just avoid trading this environment if you're a beginner. Okay, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're looking for, then I wouldn't even worry about it, honestly. Now, as an individual, I don't mind trading this environment. I wouldn't trade E-minis though. On a live account, I wouldn't trade E-minis. I'd go micros. Just personal preference. It's bro, look at the fucking chart. We just saw a 2,000 point move on Dow Jones in 10 minutes. We're seeing weekly ranges on a live stream. That's insane. Weekly, monthly ranges in 20 minutes. That's crazy. It's not bad. It's not, I guess, really good either, unless you're long stocks right now. Fucking 6% right now. Dow Jones is up 5.5. What the fuck, bro? Hold the fuck up, dude. 7%. Dude, we might get a fucking limit up on Nasdaq. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Golly. We might get a limit up, dog. It is possible. I'm not even going to look at my stocks account today. I know that bitch is doing fucking backflips. I ain't going to look at it, though. Let me see. Stand by. Stand by, stand by. This is why ChatGPT is way better, because it just gives you the answer versus looking at a whole fucking article, bro. What am I supposed to do with an article, dog? So according to investor.gov, 8%. Oh man, today just got a whole lot better. 7% Level 1, 13%, level 2, and 20% level 3. Calculated based on the prior day's closing of the S&P. Okay, I don't think we're close. What are we at? 6.7? Now we're at 7%. Jesus, what a fucking day. What a day. Well, if that's yesterday's close and this is us now, that's over 7%. Oh, wait, unless that's a decrease. I'm tripping. I guess I don't know what the limit up. I don't see why you would need a limit up. Why would you need a limit up? Let that bitch go. You know what I mean? Let that bitch fucking run. What a beautiful day. That just made my day. Look at this shit. Who's your fucking daddy? Chat, who the fuck is your daddy? What did I tell you yesterday? Those highs right there, I told you would be a target later, right? Oh, fuck, dude. You're welcome. You like that shit? Didn't I tell you those are going to be a target later on? I didn't know they'd be today. I had no expectations for today. But I bet you my fucking net worth, I told you that yesterday. That NQ, it was either NQ or triple Qs. I told you we didn't take the high, but that would be a target later. Who's your fucking daddy? That's why, like, I was not getting rid of stock. I wasn't getting rid of it. I should probably partial here, but that's okay. That's all right. It ain't a big deal. But look at that shit. We talked about that. I had a lot of people contact me yesterday. When the markets go to shit, bro, everybody comes to me. Parents, friends. Hey, man, what's going on with the stock market? I don't know. How about you watch my fucking streams? How about that? How about that? You know what I mean? But anyway, we talked about the low of April 19th, right? And we talked about how that got yoinked on Monday the 7th, which was 2 days ago. Yesterday, I was a little shocked, honestly, that we came all the way back down and closed red. This, to me, is insane. This would be wonderful partials to probably get rid of some if you've been long the last couple days. I don't feel like this is done. I really don't. Give me a second. I was trying to get back to that lesson, but here we are seeing historical volatility. Crazy. It's good to be on the right side of that too. Now, again, chat, again, I'm not saying that this is the bottom. I'm not predicting that 16.5 would be, you know, the absolute low. But what was it, Monday or yesterday? It might have been Monday. What did we discuss? Everybody and their mom is all over social media. Kramer said this, stocks are doing that, Trump this, Trump that. Right? But what did I tell you? What did I tell you about being a contrarian? Observe the masses, do the opposite. April 6th, this was Sunday, basically. It was. This was Sunday, like just in the middle of Asia. This was, again, not even a timing tweet, but seeing, you know, massively lower retracement, a massive sell-off, right? That continued sell-off, like something like that, right? That looks heavy. It looks bearish, and everybody's looking for a reason, you know, to blame Trump or to blame whoever. You know what I mean? And I've always done this. I've always went against the crowd. Well, not always, but once you learn how to do this, you will do that from now on. Once your friends and your family start hopping on board with mainstream media, that's how you fucking know the low's in. Do you understand me? I know that sounds arrogant. That's John, you're an asshole. Look around. Look around. When people who don't know shit about the markets try to tell you about the markets, it's done. The move is over. Either the low's been set or the high's been set. Let me tell you what was happening. Let me tell you what happened the other day. Okay, story time real quick. I did not know my neighbor had a Corvette. And he opened his garage and started it, and I heard it. And I was like, oh, is that a Corvette? Walked over there. Of course it was. Fucking Z06, you know, just decked out, all type of shit. And, you know, we just got to talking. I was asking him about, like, parts and stuff. Like, you guys, you would be bored of this shit, but it's like radiator guards and meshes, grills and shit, whatever. Paint protection, all this bullshit. Anyway, so, you know, naturally it always comes up, you know, what do you do? All that shit. My best, motherfucker, you know. But then we started talking about the markets, and he, you know, started asking about Bitcoin. What do you think Bitcoin is going to do? I'm like, bro, it's too late for Bitcoin. It's too late. I'm not, you know, you're like a decade too late, bro. It's done. It's done. So anyway, that's my point. When people just who don't know anything about the markets, or just very little about the markets, when they start, you know, piquing their interest, or they start hopping on board with everybody else, it's done. The low set. You understand? Do you know what type of person it takes, okay, to put your reputation on the fucking line and tweet what I think is going to happen before it happens? Every time I tweet, every time I go into the Discord and tell you guys what I think, I'm putting my rep on the line. Because what happens if I'm wrong a bunch of times in a row? It's going to make me look bad, right? And I'm buying stock on the way lower, bro. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You understand? And it's not all that difficult. Again, I didn't know we were going to pop today. I literally opened the stream with, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do today. I don't know. I really don't. But I told you that that would be a target later. I told you that yesterday. If we don't get that, that'll be a target for later. 9% for triple Qs. 6.6% for Dow. 7.6% for ES, or for SPY. Well, both really. ES 7.6, or yeah, 7.6. SPY 7.8. Close enough. Close enough for government work, baby. Observe the masses and do the opposite. I mean, honestly, that's probably the only trading advice I'd ever give somebody, which is not really advice. I don't give trading advice, but if there was one thing, bro, whatever everybody is doing, do the exact opposite. Okay? Do the exact opposite. What we were looking at just now. Fucking 400-point move on ES is fucking bonkers. But look, there it is, bro. It's so simple. No indicators, no macros, no interest rates, no fucking whatever. Tariffs. Okay, great. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. EMA crossovers, fucking VWAP. You know what I mean? None of it matters. All I said was extreme levels of fear. These are usually the best times to buy. Be fearful when others are greedy, says Warren Buffett, and be greedy when others are fearful. When you see extreme fear, that's when you step in, baby. How to catch a falling knife. I already bought the dip, Flacco. I already bought the dip. I bought a little bit on the way down, and I bought a lot recently. So I usually don't like DCA because I tell you guys DCAing is fucking stupid. But it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Because based on where we're at now, it's a good fucking day. It's a very good day. Let's take a look. Let's further investigate this shit. I would screenshot the fuck out of today, honestly. Intel did go for those lows. I thought we were going to leave that open. We didn't. We ran that yesterday. Look at it, 15% today. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Halliburton, like 12%. Okay, not a big deal. Microsoft, 8%. Mind you, this was not timed well. And I'm going to leave that tweet there because I'm not going to take it off. But look at that, bro. Look at that. Look at that monster. This monthly candle is going to be crazy. Look at that. What did we trade in down into this month? April. What did we trade into? Monthly discount imbalance. Look at that. Look at that. Nasty. Nasty. What else we got? Google honestly is chopped. But same thing. September, long-term low, yanked. We're up a little bit. We're up a little bit on that. VST, not time the greatest. We did end up coming back into that weekly imbalance, and we're kind of getting out of it a little bit. Not a big deal. All the bank stocks are up too. It's just green across the board, fam. I probably should get rid of some of it before meeting minutes, but it's okay. Look at this. Look at that volatility, chat. $2,700 points on Dow Jones in less than 20 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen that. And if I did, it was a very long time ago. That's wild. That's good stuff. And yes, capitalists. That goes way beyond just trading, of course. Most people go into a lot of debt. I don't suggest doing that. You know, most people don't have goals. I suggest having goals. Most people just don't think long term and think short term. I don't recommend that. Oh, nice, Lee Bright. Lee Bright's having a good week. Lee Bright's having a killer week, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. But anyway, I don't have anything else for you. I really don't. That was it. It's just I would not expect multiple days of market maker sell models after a higher time frame discount. Does that make sense? Remember, I'll never outdo that tweet. It'll never be done. But remember, when we've had a massive sell-off, we even have some gaps along the way. We have this imbalance. You put that gap together. That's a lot of price action that probably needs to be traded to on the upside. When we have such a nasty sell-off, when, let's scroll back, hold on. When we've taken, look at this. Let's go to a weekly, right? When the markets have traded lower and took out big pools of liquidity, big pools. Look at this. Look at all these lows in here. The lowest one's probably there, right? 38,000, 38. I can't be right. 38 and a half, 38, 37, and even 37 even. All of that. Some of it was taken last week. Some of it was taken, you know, this week, right? That's a big pool of liquidity. How far can price go below a low? An imbalance. Boom. Oh man, conditions are changing. Really? Conditions are changing, but the market still goes beyond lows to the point of an imbalance like you've always known? Come on, bro. Stop making content with your bullshit. Stop making content with that dog shit ass shit, bro. Conditions don't change. Ranges do. Yes, ranges change, of course. Conditions don't. Come on, baby. Don't be stupid. Anyway, my point was higher time frame pool of liquidity. Yesterday, we got a nice sell model, sure. But to expect multiple sell models after a higher time frame, you know, pool of liquidity being met, I just wouldn't expect that. Okay? But it's not just that though. It's going into the time frames, right? And looking at the price action, obviously. Again, do we have accumulation that turned distribution? I mean, yeah, to some degree, but the accumulation never got traded through. So if it's not going to get traded through to become redistribution, if it ain't bearish, what do you think it's going to be? If it ain't bearish, what do you think it's going to be? If it ain't bearish, it's going to be bullish. If you disqualify one side, then you have a high probability of the other side. Okay? I want to say there was something with these lows here too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The lows during lunch right here, or right at the beginning of lunch. That right there is what did it for me too. Okay, watch this. This will be probably the last thing. It'll be a shorter stream today because really I don't have a lot for you. We have a higher low on NQ between 10:45 and 11, right? Higher low on NQ. Slightly lower low with the wicks and the bodies for ES. And Dow Jones, same thing. Bodies and wicks are lower. So short-term manipulation, imbalance here too, and then everything else here, right? So again, you have to follow the model, meaning the not just your entry model, but I'm saying like the market maker models, okay? You have to follow it. And if it's not conforming to what you think it's going to do, if you think it's a sell model, but it's not selling off, then you have to change your bias. As much as I want to take a model and slap it into the charts, it doesn't work that way. Does that make sense, everybody? Drop some ones in the chat if that makes sense. Remember, we cannot change the market. We cannot change the markets, but we can change ourselves. We can change our bias. I know it's hard to do, but just think about it. If it's not following the rules and your rules think it's going to go lower, where's the only other way it could go then? If it ain't going to go lower, it's either going to go sideways, unlikely, or it's going to go higher. Okay? It's okay to get it wrong. It's okay to take a loss here and there because we did that coin flip exercise, baby. We're not worried about a loss or even 2 or 3 losses because we know in the next 100 trades, those wins are going to outdo the losses, even at a shitty 50% win rate because we let the math work itself out. Okay, so that's how I'm going to end it today. Study this stuff, chat. Qualify your setups. Is it following the rules or is it not? If it's going to be bearish, it's going to do certain things. If not, then it's probably going to be bullish. Okay, you have to make your case. You got to be like a lawyer in a courtroom, right? Is it guilty of being bullish or is it guilty of being bearish? Right? It ain't bearish, and it's giving signatures. This is almost a Judas model. That's almost a Judas model right there, to be fair. At least on, yeah, almost, not quite. I was going to say my Judas model just gave the biggest intraday swing of all time. I was about to shit myself. But okay, maybe not. All right, y'all be good, be blessed. I will see you guys same time, same place. Not tomorrow on Thursday, but on Friday the 11th. Be careful. In 10 minutes, there is meeting minutes, FOMC meeting minutes. We could get volatility. This bitch might come all the way back down. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm not going to make a tweet. I'm not doing anything. I might sell some stock, to be honest with you. I mean, hell, a 9% day for NQ, I might have to take some off. Okay. Ricky, I'm not in any futures positions right now. I don't have any futures. I don't think so. I don't have any futures positions on right now. I am long stock though. Quite a bit amount of stock. If I'm being transparent, quite a bit of stock. So, but yeah, be good, be blessed. I'll see you guys on Friday.